Hello everyone and welcome to this particular video lecture of arithmetic instructions. So let's deal with what arithmetic instructions in 8086 microprocessor are. Let's see. Arithmetic instructions, there are so many instructions. For example, we have add, ADC, we have sub, SBB, MUL, IMUL, DIV, IDIV, INC, and DEC. See, in case of ADD, we all know that it means add. Now, this means add with carry. We have subtraction, then subtraction with borrow, multiplication, then integer multiplication, division, integer division, increment, and decrement. Besides these arithmetic instructions, we have some more instructions in 8086 microprocessor, that is DAA, decimal adjust after addition, DAS, decimal adjust after subtraction. Then we have triple A, that is ASCII adjust for addition, AAD, adjust AX register for division, AAM, adjust result for BCD multiplication, AAS, that means ASCII adjust for subtraction. So these are all the arithmetic instructions, out of which we will deal with the instructions such as ADD and ADC. Now, what is ADD? We know ADD means you have to add two data which is given in any particular register or any memory location with each other. For example, remember this thing. Now, when you are adding, it can be a register to register addition. It can be a register to direct value. Okay, and maybe possible a memory location is given, and you have to add the value which is present in that particular memory location or in that particular address. Okay, the most important thing is that in case of add and ADC, that means add with carry, all flags are affected in both the cases. Remember, for example, if it is written here add AX0100, okay, so that means what? Let us suppose the value of AX register is we can take as let us suppose we have taken 0110. Okay, so after it is written that ADD AX 0100, that means what? You have to add 0100 in 0110, in that means the value which is present in the AX register. So what will be the answer of this? 00 will become 0, 101, 110 with carry 1. So here 0 plus 0 is 0 and 0 plus 1 will become 1. So final result you will get is this. That means 1010. Okay, remember this thing. Now if the example, that means if the instruction is given like add AX comma BX, that means let us suppose the value of 0 AX register is 0110. So we can say that if BX is again 0100, so you have to add these two, that means AX plus BX, and you will add it like this and you will get the answer like this. Here's the thing. Now let us suppose we are dealing with ADC, yani ki add with carry. Add with carry means there is a carry flag which is actually high, or you can say which is 1. So you have to carry add this carry in this particular instruction. We are taking the same example. That means let us suppose AX is equals to 0110. Then what will going to be happen? We will add 0100 in this and we will get the answer as 1010, as we have already got. Okay, but now what will going to be happen? We will add one carry also here. So now the result becomes 1 1, because if we are adding one carry, this all will become 0 and the result will become 1011. So now in case of ADC, the final answer is 1011. ADC, remember, if this kind of instruction is given in ADC, that means this 5000 is nothing but the address, or you can say the memory location. Okay, so this is the address, means you have to move to this address. You have to pick the content which is present in this particular address, and then you have to add that content from the content of the AX register. This is how ADC works. Now next comes to SUB. SUB means subtraction. Okay, so you have to subtract the either the immediate data from the accumulator or from the memory or from the register. That means maybe register to register or anything. And SBB means subtract with borrow. That means you have to subtract the immediate data with borrow from the accumulator or memory or register. For example, if it is given SUBAX 0100, example is same. So let us suppose we have taken AX as 1100H. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to subtract this from the AX register. So 0100 is here. We know that 0 minus 0 is 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. Now 1 minus 1 is also 0, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So your final answer for SUBAX, 1011 becomes this. Remember, that means you have to actually subtract the immediate data from the content of the AX register. And what was the content of the AX register? Yani ki content or data, you can say anything. So the content of AX register was 1100. Okay, remember this thing. It may be a content or it may be a data. You can call it anything. Now let's come to SBB, that is subtract with borrow. Now let us suppose we are taking the same thing here. You have to subtract the immediate data with the borrow from the accumulator. Okay, that means let us suppose you have taken AX as 1100. Now what will going to be happen? Just a minute, we will take it here as, okay, I'm taking the value as 1101. Okay, and now you have to subtract it with 0100. So let's see what is the answer. 1 0, then 1 minus 1 is 0, and 1 minus 0 is 1. Remember, so this is the answer. But now what will going to be happen? We have to subtract one borrow also. So you have to just minus it with 1 0 0 0. So now what the answer becomes? Answer becomes 1 minus 1 0 0 0, and 1 minus 0 is 1. So this is the final answer for SBB. So this is how subtract with borrow works. Now next instruction is MUL, that is multiplication or multiply, and IMUL means integer, or you can say the signed multiplication. Okay, so now what happens in case of MUL? If it is simple MUL, this means you have to multiply the unsigned 8-bit or 16-bit multiplication. Now if we take 8-bit here, okay, that means 2 to the power 8 means it is around 256. So for you can say for multiplication, okay, this is written wrong. You remember this thing, we can multiply value from 0 to 255. That means plus. All the values should be in plus. So this is called unsigned multiplication. We will use the value from this in this particular range only. Now in case of multiplication, always remember no immediate operate is allowed. That means you cannot write the instruction like MUL AH comma 0011. No, this is, if you are writing it like this is not allowed. Okay, you can't write the instruction like this. You have to give a particular register, and that is must. So let's see the example of multiplication. See, MUL, that means multiply. BH, now this is the only instruction till here only. Remember this thing. So that means what? If you are multiplying the BH, if instruction says that, it means this BH, the contents which is present in BH register will be multiplied with the content which is present in the AL register. 8-bit data will be multiplied with the 8-bit data only. But since we multiply the 8-bit data, it will come out, that means the result will come out as a 16-bit. So the result will be saved in complete AX register. Remember this thing. Now let's see if we are multiplying this 16-bit data. That means MUL CX contains a 16-bit data. That means in that case, this CX, the content which is present in the CX register, will be multiplied with the content which is present in the AX register. Remember, but the result will turn out to be a 32-bit data. That means now you need two registers to save that. So in this case, you will use AX register also, and as well as DX register. So the content, that means the LSB, least significant 16 bits, will be saved in the AX register, and the MSB will be saved in the DX register. Remember this thing. Okay. Now let us suppose we are using a word pointer. Word pointer, if we have given some source index, that means kind of index register, that means what? You have to go to the source index, you have to collect the memory location or the address from there, go to that particular memory location, get the data from there, and multiply it with the AX register. And similarly, you can actually save that in DX and AX register. It is just similar. So you have to just remember one thing: if you are doing it with for 8-bit, you can save it in the AX register, but if you are doing the multiplication for the 16-bit, 216 will become 32, and you need two registers to save that particular answer. Now comes to IMUL. That means you have to now multiply signed bit numbers. So in case of signed bit numbers, remember this thing: this is wrong. Always remember this is 255. Okay. Now in case of sign multiplication, the data vary from minus 128 to plus 127. That means for 8-bit, 2 to the power 8 is definitely it is 256, but it means that from minus 128 to plus 127. So this is what IMUL means. You have to add the signed multiplication. You will do the signed multiplication here. Again, the immediate operand is not allowed. Now, in case of IMULBH, the value will remain same. The only difference will be this. That means from unsigned means from minus to plus, you can use any value. Again, if you are taking the higher bit, you have to multiply with the lower bit of the accumulator, and the result will be stored in the complete 16-bit accumulator register. If IMULCX is there, that means the content of CX register will be multiplied with the content of the AX register complete 16-bit, and the result will be stored in DX and AX register. Now if you are using any kind of word pointer like source index, then what will going to be happen? You will multiply the content of the SI from the AX register, and before that, always remember you have to calculate the physical address from the given formula, and then you have to go to that particular memory location and get the content, multiply it by AX, and save it in DX and AX register. So this is how IMUL and MUL instruction works. Now next comes to division. Now here I just left it. See, the first thing is DIV means you have to divide the unsigned 8-bit or 16-bit division, whereas IDIV means you have to use the signed 8-bit or 16-bit division. That means again here, if for 8-bit we are using, that means from 0 to 255, the range will be this, whereas in case of IDIV, the range will be minus 128 to plus 127. This will be the range. Now in case of division, always remember for both the cases, let us suppose I just give you an example here, that if we multiply it, if we divide it in this way, okay, what is this? This is division. Remember, we all know what is this. This is dividend. Okay. Okay, so this is dividend. And what is this? This is quotient. Now, after dividing the dividend with the divisor and subtracting it, whatever the value it is, you may get some result, and this result is known as remainder. Remember this thing. Now, I have just want to tell you one thing here, that this divisor, you can actually store the content in any memory location. Just wait, in any memory location, because this is very important, and make sure you should know this thing, that where you are saving your data. ठीक है ना? That means store content in any memory location. Okay, this can be stored anywhere in the any place. Now, if we are talking about dividend, then this dividend can be stored in either AX register or DX register. I'm sorry, DX register. So this dividend can be stored in AX or DX register, and quotient can be saved in, you can say, AL register. So okay, always remember you have to save the quotient in, that means in AL register, and where the you will save the remainder will be saved in AH register. Okay, so this is what it makes the complete. Whatever the instruction is, always remember, if the divisor is, you have to take the divisor from any memory location. Dividend is always there in the AX or DX register. The quotient is what in AL register, and remainder will go to the AH register, because these are the results. Okay, quotient and remainder, this is the result that you will get. And first, AL means quotient and AH means remainder, so the complete AX register will be saved by the value. So anything you are doing, whether addition, subtraction, multiplication or division, you know that the result is always saved in the accumulator register. Now, next is increment or decrement. We all know that if we are giving the INC instruction, that means you have to increment it by 1. And if we are giving the decrement, that means you have to decrement the register or the memory or the data with -1. So this is what increment and decrement means. Let's see the example. Example is INC AX. That means, let us suppose if the value of AX is again 0110, then what you will going to do, you will add 1 here, because you have to increment it by 1, and this becomes 0000. And always remember, in case of increment and decrement, the result is always stored at the same place. Okay, you have to just increment it by a +1 and save it at that particular position only. Now INC 5000 means the content which is stored in the memory location 5000. Go and get that content. Maybe possible the content is 1010. So if you just take this and add 1 here, you will get the result as 1011. Okay, remember this thing. Now let us see what we do. Oh, sorry, this is not INC, this is DEC. Remember, okay, and decrement. So let us suppose again we are taking the value of AX is 0010. Okay, so first of all, for this example, if you are taking 0110 AX register, we have to do the -1 here. So you know how to do the -1. Take a borrow from here, because 0 minus 1 cannot be done. So just take a borrow from here. This will become 10. That means 1 and 0, that is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now this will become 0, again 1 and 0. So you get the answer for the DEC AX register. Now let's see what is DEC 5000 means. As we have taken from here, that 5000 contains the value 1010. So what will going to be happen? We will decrement it by 1. That means -1. Again, what is this? This is 0 minus 1 cannot be done. So you have to take the borrow from here. Now this will become 10. 10 means 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. This becomes 0. This is 0 and this is 1. So now the result is this in case of decrement 5000H. So this is how increment and decrement works. Next comes to DAA. DAA is decimal adjust after addition. Now you have to take a very clear perception of this, because if you will not be able to understand, you will not be able to do this. Okay, so make sure DAA is how it works. I'm just telling you the operation, decimal adjust after addition. What you have to do here, first of all, just check the value of the data which is present, the result. Okay, what you have to see, you have to first of all check the result. In case of hexadecimal or BCD, I'm telling you, if the value of you can say 2-digit, that is, let us suppose if the answer is 89. So first of all, you check the least significant bit and the most significant bit both. If they are less than 9, okay, then means what you have to do, You don't have to do anything. There is no need to adjust it, okay, after addition. But in case if something happens, for example, if you see that the result is 7C, so that means 7, that means your MSB is definitely less than 9. Always remember, you have to check this, less than or equals to. So if it is less than or equals to 9, then you don't have to do anything here. But if LSB, this is more than 9, then what you have to do, you have to add 06, or simply you can say 6, because you have to add it here only. So 06 means you will take complete, okay. So in that case you have to add 6 in C. That means what is the C? We all know that A, B, C 11, and this is C is 12, okay. So 12 can be written as 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 0, 0. Now what you have to add here, you have to add 0, 1, 1, 0 here, like this. Remember, same thing will going to be happen if MCB. For example, if you have the answer as B2 after addition, I'm just talking about these answers after the addition. You have added something, and at the end in the program, if it is written DAA, that means you have to do the decimal adjust. ADD, AX, BX, and DAA. So it should be like this. Remember. Now, if it is B2, that means LSB is same, but MSB is what? It is more than 9. Then what you will going to do? You will add 6 here in MSB. So total B2 can be added by 60. Remember? So in B2, in B only, you will add 6 again. So whether it is LSB or MSB, you have to add 6 to make it, to adjust that particular answer after addition, okay. Now I'm just telling you this with an example. Let us suppose you have an instruction like ADD AX, BX, okay, like this, and at the end it is written, after some more points, it is written DAA. So in this case, what you have to do, you have to add the content of AX from the BX. Now let us suppose this is AX and this is BX, 38 and 45. So what will going to be happen? See, 38 is written as 30011 1000. 45 is 0100 and 5 as 4 as this and 5 as 0101. After addition, either you do the decimal addition, the answer comes 83. Okay. Now here, when you add, you get the answer as, because you can check from here, 0 plus 1, 1, 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 1 plus 0, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, and 0 plus 0 is 0. So when you convert this into hexadecimal number, it turns out to be 7D. Now this is something, after getting this answer, if in the instruction it is written DAA, that means you have to do the decimal adjust. Now here, first of all, what you will check, that whether MSB or LSB, which part is more than 9. Okay, so we got that D is more than 9, more than or equals to 9. Okay, so 7 is definitely, this is less than and equals to 9. So this is less than 9. Now what we will going to do, just take the same. See, I said, and you have to, since it is LSB, so I said 06 means 0 will be kept here and 6 will be done here. Okay, so this is how it happens. You have to add 06. Now see, 1 plus 0, 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 0 with carry 1, again 1 plus 0 with carry 1. So carry 1 will come here. 1 plus 1, 10, 0, that means carry 1 will be again here. 1 plus 1, again 0 with a carry 1 here. And what will going to be happen? 1 plus 0 with a carry 1. So a carry 1 is here. Okay, so now this becomes 1 because the carry is given here. Answer becomes 1000 and 0011. That means 83. So why you are doing this decimal adjust? To get the answer similar to the decimal value. Now let's see, 83 is also here and 83 is here also, which is the decimal sum. That is why we do the decimal adjust after addition, so that we may not get the answer in terms of hexadecimal numbers. Now remember this thing, make sure even if after second addition, if in case you get this 8 instead of 8, you get some a b c here, then again you have to perform the same process. And instead of 83, let us suppose instead of 83, if you got the answer as a3, then remember you have to add 60 in this case. This is the second thing which I told you, just for example. Okay, so just take any example where you are getting MSB more than 9, then you can add 60 in that case. Okay, you will get the answer. Now let's come to DAS, which is decimal adjust after subtraction. It is similar to your decimal adjust after addition. The only difference is that you are doing the subtraction here. Okay, so let's see. Similarly, if the instruction says that DAS ax comma bx, that means you have to subtract the value of ax and bx, and after few instructions, I'm sorry, it will be written, wait, the instruction will be given as sub bx. Okay, and after some more lines you may get at the end as das. Okay, so that means you have to subtract the content of bx from the content of ax. Now let us suppose the content of ax is 75 and the content of bx is 46. So what will going to be happen? 75 minus 46, the answer is 29. Now what we have to do? We have to do the decimal adjust after subtraction. So just subtract it. 1 minus 0, 1. Okay, and keep on subtracting it and you will get the answer as 00101111. Okay, so let's see. 0010 means 2 after the hexadecimal conversion, and 111 means F. In this case, what will going to be happen? We know that the LSB is more than 9, whereas the MSB is less than 9. So what you have to do? You have to do the subtraction from 06 here. Just take the complete answer here and minus 6 here. Okay, so after subtraction you get this value. Let us see how. 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 1, 0. 1 minus 0, again 1. And you, since we are just taking 0, 0, 0, 0 here. So 0 minus 0, 1 minus 0, 0 minus 0, and 1 minus 0. Just keep on doing this. Okay, and you will get 0010. That is similar. So after converting this, you get the answer in the form of decimal, or you can say the same answer 29, which you can get from the decimal value also. So this is the way to convert the hexadecimal value into the decimal, because we need the answer in the same manner. Next is AAA. Now AAA, AAA means ASCII adjust for addition. This is also similar to your DAS and DAA. You have to check this few things. That means in this case, what you will going to check, you have to take the AL register and AH register both. Okay, let us suppose this is the AH register and this is the AL register. So just keep on checking. The thing is that if the value of AH and AL register in both the cases, if they don't have the values more than 9, then there will be no change. Okay, remember this thing. Now what will going to be happen? If there is a kind of carry, you can say, then you have to add 1 in AH register, and you have to set the carry flag and auxiliary carry flag to 1. Remember, and if there is no decimal carry, you have to check these only few things. Then AH remains unchanged and carry flag and auxiliary carry flag will be cleared to 0. That means you have to make this as 0. For example, let us suppose if AL register have the value as, remember, if it is DH, I'm taking it as 2B. Now B means it is more than 9. Okay, so what you will going to do? You will add 6 in the B to convert it. Okay, you will make 6 here. You will add 6 in this, and if the values are less than 9, you don't have to do anything. AH will remain unchanged. So you will add 6 here, and what you will going to do in AH? Suppose the value of AH is 20. So in case of 20, you will add 1 here. So that it will be like 21. Remember, so this is the first case, that if there is a carry, something decimal carry is there, then you have to convert it into both the AL and the AH registers will be converted. Remember, if in case of carry, okay, so if any carry comes after the addition of this 2b plus 6, if any carry comes, then you have to change the value of AH, and that carry will be added in the least significant bit of the AH register. Okay, so this completes your arithmetic instructions. In the next lecture, we will deal with the next topic. Till then, take care. Bye bye.